hate the homies.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening? One more again. I Hate the Homies is back for another episode. Episode number 76. Rock Teasy is who I be.
It's your boy Griff, the first homie, and 76. I got a couple. I got Orlando Pace, but I got Steve Wisniewski from the Raiders. Wisniewski. I missed Howie Long last episode, but I like how y'all said he probably would have said Howie Long for number 75. So I'm here and I feel good and I hate the homies.
And it's your boy Super Dave, but guess what, y'all?
We don't care. Orlando Pace, the Rams.
Yeah.
The Rams. Let's get it popping, man. Before we talk about kind of what we've been doing, man, we're going to get into college football. The rankings just came out. So
hot off the presses.
Hot off the press, man. I got a lot to say about this right here. So college football. Then we want to discuss where we took our wives for our first date. I'm interested to see what Super Dave's going to say because we already know his wife's situation. But, hey, we're going to find out. NFL football and
his wife's situation just sounds so Will Smith and his wife. Like he like Super Dave and his wife's situation, you know, August.
And we don't want to, and if he really does have a wife, we really don't want to disrespect her.
The fact that you
wait, hold on. You don't want to disrespect her. What have y'all been doing for the last year and a half?
No, we've been disrespecting you because you still ain't introduced us to her.
Nor have we seen a picture, nor have you said, "Hey, babe, come on the show," because I'm sick of them or anything.
So you're the one disrespecting your wife because you don't want to show it to nobody.
Are a huge disrespecter. He know it, but Halloween was the other day, and we learned last year on the show that everybody hates him on the block. So. This is the time of the year that his wife probably don't want to talk to nobody except the other dude that hang up stuff.
Hey, we're gonna get it popping, man. Episode number 76. I Hate the Homies starts right now. Ray Duggar, let's go.
I hate the homies.
All right, so Griff, you wasn't here last week, man. What was you doing?
Yeah, I was in South Africa, homie. Actually, when y'all recorded, I was on the flight coming back. It's a 16 and a half. I did something different. So instead of catching a straight flight from Johannesburg to Atlanta, that's 16 and a half hours, I went from Johannesburg to Doha to Atlanta. It was a lot, but I listened to the show. I edited the show. You guys was hella funny. Y'all was right on. It was so much sports though that I was like, dang, because I was watching so many sports in South Africa at 2 and 3 in the morning. You know, actual time for y'all. They were 6 hours ahead of us last week because of the time change. It was 7 hours, but I had a good time. I directed and came up with a concept for this gospel video that we shot in Soweto with these ladies, anointed friends from New Jersey. And then we actually shot a cooking show. I had 2 celebrity chefs from New Orleans and Chicago come to South Africa, taste the food, go to different places. And we shot that for the pilot of this thing that's getting picked up. So I had a really, really busy time.
Big time, big dog. I love it, man. You can see, man. I'm just getting back from Harvard. From
I know.
Maryland.
I love that you all Harvard out right now, proud dad style.
Yes, indeedy. So my daughter Harmony and her team Harvard opened up against 14th ranked Maryland. So me and wifey went up there to show the support, and man, they stumped us by like I think 20.
Yeah.
But
Harmony had 18. She had 18, right?
Harm had 18, 8 assists, 8 rebounds, did a thing, man.
Yeah.
We left about 15 points out there, man. The game shouldn't have been that. It should have been a lot closer. Y'all
ain't look as shook as LSU did when Colorado put that thing on them.
Listen,
number 1 LSU fell hard, but when we had that guest on from ESPN, you said that Colorado girl basketball team is sweet. You said that.
Come on. They were sweet last year. You know what I'm saying? It was just they didn't get the hype that they deserve. And, of course, they didn't go too deep into the NCAA tournament. But, yo, they good. And they just proved it, man. That's good for women's basketball. I love it, man, because this is the time of year that I get really hyped because I have two daughters, and my two daughters been playing sports. Basketball has been their main sport since they was 5 years old.
Nice.
So I've been into this system from AAU to the
so
Nike
you really
national
know
team.
these girls. You know the girl from LSU and the girls that went to Gamecocks and
all of them. Harmony and Lyric play with all of them. Caitlin Clark, Paige Beckers, all of them, man.
Nice.
And they all tight. They all cool with each other. But that Colorado LSU upset was dope.
How about that? I was a fan. What about you, Super Dave? What'd you do?
Got ready for the show that we're doing now.
For 7 days. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go into this college football, homie.
That's basically what I'm saying. Hot off the presses. Let's go.
All right. So college football playoff rankings, man. Number 1 is Ohio State. Georgia's number 2. Michigan's number 3. Florida State's number 4. Washington number 5. Oregon 6. Texas is number 7. Alabama sitting there at number 8.
The top 8 didn't change from last week, though.
Pretty much, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I'm gonna go first right here because I'm gonna give you my thoughts real fast.
All right.
So Texas sitting at number 7. If they win out the rest of the way, they're gonna have their 1 defeat. If Alabama can find a way to win out the rest of the way and even beat Georgia in the SEC championship, they're gonna have 1 loss.
Okay.
That 1 loss is to Texas. I get it. Alabama has a stronger strength of schedule than Texas overall.
Right.
But in my opinion, I'm old school when it comes to this. If it comes down to Texas and Alabama, who gets the 4th slot in the NFL, in the college football playoffs, you got to give it to Texas because they won the head-to-head battle. Then you got Washington and Oregon. All right, Washington undefeated, they beat Oregon. Let's say Oregon beats Washington in the Pac-12 championship game, and they both are sitting with 1 loss.
Which could happen.
They both sitting at 1 loss. You may have to put them both in the doggone college football playoffs. I mean, Ohio State, if Michigan loses to Ohio State, they out, period. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it.
I mean, but what if they win, though?
That's what I'm saying. If they win, they in. If they lose, they out.
Absolutely.
Here's a jacked up thing. If Ohio State win or lose against that game, I still think they're going to probably get in and squeak in.
That's dirty, dog.
That's
dirty, though. That's dirty, especially if what you're saying, if Washington wins out and they don't have no L's, that's dirty to put Ohio State in there. Somebody on this stupid committee loved the Buckeyes, dog. Like for reals. Let's stop. And that ain't that. I mean, maybe it is me being a Michigan fan, but it also
totally you being a Michigan fan. Don't do that.
Ohio State is not that fresh, dog, and their schedule is the same as ours. That's what I don't understand. We all got to pay whack teams in the Big Ten and teams that ain't fresh. And when I looked, I was mad when they put Michigan at 3, but then I thought about it. Okay. Harbaugh took himself out for 4 games, and those games was cupcake games. Like, no way Michigan could have lost them games. And I understand that. But I understand y'all got to know that every year our season just comes down. I mean, Michigan State ain't been fresh in the last 3 seasons, but our season comes down to the last Saturday in November, dog. Like,
hold on, Griff. What did I say 2 weeks ago? When you made that bet,
gonna give me $100.
I know. I said the same thing you're saying now. You wanted to get all sensitive about the situation. I told you guys you haven't played anybody. That's not a knock against y'all. Y'all played who's on the schedule. Y'all beat those.
No, and I get that, but I'm just saying. But why Ohio State get a pass?
Because,
they
you know why?
also,
you know why?
Because they played
Penn State and they played Notre Dame. Right? Both teams are ranked.
And Notre Dame lost that game by themselves.
Yeah, Notre Dame lost. I mean, losing to Clemson over the weekend, that doesn't help them.
Right.
Notre Dame is starting to drop now, just like with some of the teams Texas have played. Some of those teams have dropped. So Oklahoma, Texas lost to Oklahoma. Oklahoma is now
17th.
Yeah, 17th. They were in the top 10.
They fell 8. They fell 8
last week. Why are they even still in the dog?
Somebody love Oklahoma, dog.
It's only 2 losses. Rock is
okay. How many other teams out there that have 1 loss? I don't care if they're mid-major, doggone it. If they got 1 loss, okay, bump them up. When you get 2 losses, man, I don't care who you are. you should fall down out of the ranking.
No, because what you say about LSU? LSU right now, where did they rank?
19th, and they 6-3, and they shouldn't be ranked, dog.
My point exactly.
Yeah, they shouldn't be ranked.
But it's the quality of teams.
No. They schedule hard as hell.
Okay,
but
arguing about
6-3. Yes. Here you got Tulane that's 8-1. They got Kansas State at 6-3 at number 25. They failed too. But I'm with him. Notre Dame 7-3. They failed 5. They still 20th. I hear what Rock is saying. If you got 3 losses, let's not talk about y'all's team while we talk about these teams that's undefeated and maybe only got 1 losses. Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams are undefeated.
I understand what he's saying, what Rock's saying about the teams that played each other. Look at the records, but I'm talking about the committee, how they're gonna think. We've seen it's the last 3 or 4 years. This is the last year we got to see this mess.
Not to cut you off, but I actually have a wife. Here she goes. Say hi, babe.
What's up, wife? Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
Pleasure to see you, man.
I can hear you now.
It's a pleasure to see you as always, because we still had not seen Dave's wife yet. So thank you for showing your face.
Why can't we just move?
Hey, Dave.
Hey, how you doing? Can we move Griff off the screen? Just put beautiful in front of us.
Bye, babe. I just feel like Dave just had a moment. Like, go ahead and leave. You won't be getting a moment on my real wife, homie.
I hate you. I really do.
Yes,
but I understand what Rock is saying about. But I'm looking at,
and I get the committee, but now, Dave, this is the serious part. We going into week 10. It's only.
But only the second week of the college football playoff system. It's only the second week.
Understood. Yes, understood.
At the end, it's going to play out in the end. I understand we can throw all these scenarios up.
No, because we know that the last week of November, everybody got it's rivalry week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It always changes, and we always go, we want to see the committee get in the uproar, because if they got to figure out this situation, if Texas goes undefeated and then wins the Big 12, if Alabama wins the SEC and wins the SEC championship game, they got a mess on their hands they got to clean up.
Exactly.
Now, for me, I'm putting Alabama in because you're beating the number 2 Georgia. If Georgia stays at number 2, where they are right now, that's a big win in the SEC championship game over Texas. Texas is probably going to play Oklahoma State. Who's what? Oklahoma State
is 15th, 7-2, but they went up 7.
That's what's going to hurt them right there. That's not going to put them in. And 2 teams in the Pac-12 are not going in. It's my argument.
My argument to that. Get in. My argument to the Texas versus Alabama situation: if Texas can beat Alabama at Alabama, why can't they beat anybody else in the country?
Why can't Texas beat anybody in the country?
No, that's how you got to look at it. Say, okay, you can't say, okay, well, their schedule is a little bit
right.
Exactly. It's like, look, Texas beat Alabama at Alabama. So if they can beat Alabama at Alabama, who says they can't beat anybody else in the country?
But see, this is a system we're dealing with right now. The next year's system will be totally different. This year, we've seen this the last 5 or 6 years. It's a mess.
It's a mess.
What you're saying, but it's gonna drive you crazy trying to figure out what they're gonna do.
But did y'all watch the games? Like, I actually watched the Michigan game, and it was just Michigan against Purdue. Yeah. But I actually watched on the other screen. I watched Alabama come back with a very strong running game right up the middle the whole second half.
With who? With Milroe, the quarterback.
Yes, sir.
They did exactly what I said. Use his legs. He had 4 touchdowns in that game.
LSU looked good until that boy got bust in the mouth and couldn't remember where he was. That was a hard hit. That boy sat there for a minute. They was like, "You good?" He said, I said, man, don't let that boy in. Then when they put him in again, he got bust in the mouth again. They was like, that's a wrap. And then Alabama was like, slow grind him right up the middle. But then that Washington USC game, and I was telling, it was a bunch. I was at a cigar bar, Stanley's in Atlanta. I told the ladies around there, I said, whoever wins this game is going to win the Heisman. Like, that's the bottom. That's the bottom line of what this game is right here.
Caleb lost it 2 weeks ago.
Don't forget about
I know, but he had a chance. He had a chance, right, Rock? If he would have had a stellar game against Washington, That'd have bumped him right up. But the way he lost and jumped into his mama's arms at the end,
which was actually kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? But I do think the Heisman.
What part was dope?
Is between Penix and Bo Nix. I think it's a 2-man race right now for the Heisman.
What is this Bo Nix? And me and this dude was saying this after. Ain't he been in the league 9 years, dog?
Yeah, he's 35
years old.
Wasn't he playing with
Auburn?
Cam Newton, dog?
Yes.
Wasn't he on that Netflix football special that first came out?
5 years old playing college football.
This is his 6th season, right?
It gotta be. It gotta be.
I think he got a red shirt. I think he got a red shirt for
dog. He been playing forever. Rock. Let somebody else win. Dogs. Who love Bo Nix so much?
But this is the best he's looked in college football.
Exactly, because when he was supposed to be the guy in Auburn, they was like, yeah, he good until Alabama, LSU, Florida.
How many other players can say the same thing when you're playing against Alabama? All of them can say that.
But what a blessing to lead the SEC and go to that very soft Pac-12, dog, and be the man.
We're giving Washington credit for
formerly soft. For some reason, this last year, the Pac-12, the Oregon State, I watched the Oregon State-Colorado game. Oregon State looked like they was losing. Then they was like, it's just Colorado. Come on, y'all.
The Colorado stuff. You bring it up the Pac-12. But what I'm saying about Washington is they put 52 points up on a bad USC defense.
I mean, it's defenseless. It was awful watching
on
the
both
defense.
Sides. Not on just on USC, on both sides. You can pick. It was like everybody took off on the defense that day.
So the bottom line, how you beat Washington and USC is you beat them early. And then they ain't got no defense, so be up 14-3, be up 17-3. You can win the game.
Well, as long as you're playing other teams in the Pac-12. When you go against teams like Alabama and Georgia who can make a stop, who can make 2 or 3 stops, then it changes the whole tune for Washington, for Oregon. I think Oregon is good. But again, when people look at their resume, it's going to be the big question mark about them. I like Oregon. I think they're a fun team. But again, the only quality win against who? Against Utah, who's falling in the polls right now.
Oh, Utah, are they even ranked anymore? I don't think you. Nope. Yeah, they are. That's my bad. They 18th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. From where they were in the top. They were one of the top 10 teams at the
absolutely
point. But now that win doesn't look as good for Oregon as it did a few weeks ago.
What's the games this week though, Rock? Ain't it somebody in Ole Miss? Is it because
Ole Miss against Georgia?
Yeah, that's the game.
Story because
but what's his name? Yeah, but what's his name always fall apart when he come to Georgia and them, the coach from Ole Miss.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, always, he ain't never been able to get him riled up for that because this is the game. This is his Ohio State. You beat Georgia, dog. Everything changes.
Man, if Ole Miss beats Georgia this week, that's gonna shake this whole top 10
Everything
up.
changes, dog.
Everything. Oh my goodness.
Everything.
So I guess the whole thing is, do we all agree the top 4? Do we have a problem with the top 4?
I mean, the order.
I'm not mad. I love how horrible Florida State was for the last 3 seasons, and they turned it all the way around. Shout out to their coach.
But now that Notre Dame win doesn't look that good for Florida State.
Well, see, here's the deal.
They're undefeated. They got to stay undefeated to be.
They got to stay undefeated. That's the bottom line, dog.
Yes.
Yeah,
because Clemson doesn't look good. Go ahead.
I understand what you say about it doesn't look good now because the team is not what we thought they were when they were ranked earlier.
Yes.
But you can't, you got to go off of where they were at the time of the game. At the time of the game.
I know what you're saying. They don't do that.
It's common sense. At the time of when they played that team, they were ranked higher.
Yes.
And they handled business against that higher ranked team. Now, just because they fell off on the tail end of the season, that shouldn't reflect what they did at the beginning.
Because I told y'all, Penn State is always in the top 4 every year when the season starts. But it don't matter until we got to play Penn State at noon, Michigan. I'm talking about Michigan. It's not an easy game to play. Penn State has the 2nd largest college football stadium in the country. They no stranger to noise. Michigan and Ohio State have taken some big L's in Beaver.
And it'd be interesting for Michigan now because now they can't steal signs to see exactly what.
You know what? A Buckeye fan said that. Go blue, dog.
He think I'm gonna get past that.
Listen,
Yeah.
so this is what I said. This is what I said this morning. I don't know all that. I've been listening to everybody in great detail. I've been listening to just the Big Ten channel. I've been, we got the Fire Stick Rock. So I've been listening to just Detroit and Ann Arbor news. This is what I know for sure. Michigan did have a coach dressed up as another team's, as the other team's colors, in the other team's colors on the sidelines. Of course, they fired that dude since then. But the question is, who set that up? Who was behind it? Like, I'm not, of course, you got a fall guy. Oh, yeah, that dude was over there. Yeah, but where was the meeting that they said, I got an idea. I'm going to go to this game. You do this game. And so I really want to see what the commission, they talking about it right now on the news. What punishment should Michigan face?
But see, this is the problem I have. You're trying to give him Harbaugh a punishment on something we don't know anything about. I mean, we don't know the full story. We're trying to put him in prison.
They're just trying to do by association. You guilty by association. So basically,
and I don't want to do that because I think this is for every college football coach out there.
Exactly.
This is for every one of them, right? Because I think Michigan got caught doing it. A lot of coaches do it already.
I ain't never seen a dude in another team's outfit.
How do you fix it? How do you fix it? NFL.
That was a lot. And that say a lot about your stupid, goofy team that you don't even know random people behind you.
Did anybody say, well, who is this guy right here? Like, we know our whole staff. We know all of our players.
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Like,
and then he didn't have the actual collegiate team name. He just had colors.
Right. He was blending in.
Which again is fine, but how do you solve this problem? If college football is really going up in an uproar of what
right, if they're going, I hear what you're saying. You're saying don't just say Michigan, say
let's do this. Do what the same thing the NFL is doing right now. How does the NFL communicate with the quarterback?
2 helmets, 1 on offense for the linebacker, 1 on defense for whoever.
This is not the first time it's been brought up. Nick Saban even mentioned this. If we could do it, we want to do it. But other coaches don't want to do it because you know why? Because they're doing the same thing Michigan doing right now. Michigan just got caught.
But the dude with the colors on, dog, that was.
I'm not saying that was smart.
Then they froze him and circled him on everything. I was like, come on, coach.
I'm not saying it was smart. I mean, but I got the top 4 for me. I don't have a problem with right now because it's the second week. We'll know in 3 or 4 weeks exactly who the for real teams are. And when Ohio State plays Michigan, I mean, Alabama State has to play Auburn, and even though Auburn is not great. They always give up.
They play super duper big for that game.
Hard. So
absolutely.
It'll be interesting in the next few weeks to see exactly where these teams are. I'm not gonna go crazy right now, but we'll find out later.
All right, let's get it popping, man. We know what else we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out where we took our wives on our first date of all time coming up next. That's right. The homies are about to reveal where we took our wives on the first date, and I can't wait to see where David took his.
Right.
I mean.
That's next. All right, so a list of places that women refuse to go on first date has gone viral. It's a long list with a lot of familiar places that may leave fellas.
Please read it. I was mad when I heard 6 of them. I was like, what? What?
So, this is a list of places that women refuse to go to on a first date. Cheesecake Factory. Like, come on, dog.
First of all, the Cheesecake Factory is that might be our 5th, 6th date place. Like you just don't go to Cheesecake Factory.
Because if I'm taking you Cheesecake Factory, I'm getting some ass that night.
You gotta earn that.
Listen, Dave. First of all, the Cheesecake Factory menu will give you anxiety. Like it make you look through it. You know it's hectic, and you get the same thing you ordered 4 months ago because the Cheesecake Factory menu make your head hurt.
You don't even want to go through all that stuff, man.
I'm giving you a nice dinner at Cheesecake Factory. I'm looking for dessert later on, right?
All right. I'm gonna run through some of these other restaurants. Y'all stop me when you want me to stop. Applebee's, Chili's, Olive Garden? What?
First
Olive
of all,
Garden is a dope
first of
date.
all, really good these is yes, they're fast food restaurants kind of, but them is really good restaurant. Applebee's got a 2 for $20. You understand me? Olive Garden got unlimited bread and salads and pastas.
What?
What is wrong with these dates? Keep going, man.
Chipotle. Okay, maybe.
I wouldn't do that.
Chipotle ain't a date.
No.
Then they got the movies. The movies is a perfect first date.
First of all, I'm a movie fan.
Man, me and my wife still go to the movies.
I would
every
not
week.
like to take a first date to the movies because I actually like the movie. And I don't want to hear, I don't like to talk. My wife talks so much in the movie theater. I'd be like,
questions.
babe,
but
I'm not even talking. Like,
this
why
is the
are you
first date.
talking?
This is the first date. You don't know if this person that you're taking on a
Yeah,
date.
she might like a Marvel movie, but so for me, I'm just saying for me, I'm a movie head. Like I need to, I'm here for the whole surround sound with the Dolby. I'm here, but I don't eat popcorn. I'm here to hear some dialogue and some machine gun sound.
Listen,
and if you talking to me,
I'm so in depth into that movie that I'm looking at the extras and what they doing in the background.
homie.
Oh, I'm like, what? Look at that dude back there. Look what he doing. That's me.
What else? Keep reading this list.
Your House, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster.
Those biscuits.
Red Lobster, them cheese.
First of all, Red Lobster in Atlanta is the fun hangout because they call it Club Red out here. Like they got a DJ, they got it's cracking. They got specials. Waitresses ain't wearing regular stuff. It's awesome.
Any buffet restaurant, IHOP, Denny's.
Hold on. Let me stop. IHOP and Denny's. First of all, and I will have a second of all and then close it. If we go out and we hang out and it's 2:30 in the morning and we're hungry, it's only a couple places that's open.
You're going to
IHOP, Denny's, and Waffle House.
That's it.
You understand me? Or in Texas, a Whataburger that's 24 hours if you can catch it. So these is the laughable days that you go, oh, remember when we first, that's the Waffle House we first, I don't know. I'm glad I'm married and I ain't in the game no more because I would be hard on these females, dog. What? You ain't going to the Cheesecake Factory. I'm about to take you to this, what's that hamburger place? A shake and bake or that little
In and out. In and out.
Hey, come on.
With that.
Get in and out. Deuces. All right, a couple more, man. We got the any coffee shop, Starbucks, bowling. Bowling's a cool first date.
Dog, bowling is an amazing first date. You get to see this person that you might go out with again. Competitiveness, because in bowling you don't have to bowl a 280. You could bowl a 111, but it's the competitiveness, dog. Right. Like you roll that gutter ball and then you go, it's all good. Then you come back and get 9 and you like, yes,
absolutely. So last couple, man.
You got the audacity to tell me what you don't like when I'm spending my own damn money.
I knew that was coming.
I mean, I'm feeding your ass, right? If I want to spend $40, $50, $60 and we go to Chipotle, even if we go to Chipotle, it's still a chance for you and I to have a sit-down conversation and enjoy ourselves. You can go to a 5-star restaurant, but is she gonna give you 5-star service at the end of the day? You don't know that. You don't know if you're going to get a kiss at the end. You don't spend $300 on a woman that ain't going to give you a kiss. A kiss.
Well, number one, on the first date, and I went on hella dates while I was in Texas. I was super duper. I'm a dater. When I'm single, I'm dating everybody. It don't mean we go together. It mean I like a new restaurant that I never been to and some company. Now, whether you like it or what I'm not going to do is spend $300.
Okay.
Know that. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two is I can casually spend $100, 50 on me, 50 on you. That's drinks, appetizers, and a dessert. And guess what? Find out at this date, what's the place that you like? Because I like Mexican food. I like to go to a Mexican spot where don't nobody speak English.
I like homie. I'm with you.
You like an authentic Mexican spot.
You understand me?
And that's where it starts, man. Like, listen, I'm the type that I ask, there's nothing wrong with setting up a surprise first date. Like, hey,
exactly.
I'm gonna pick you up, whatever. Nothing wrong with that, but there's also nothing wrong with asking, hey, what are some foods that you like? What do you like going? What's some of your favorite places? What they may say, Cheesecake Factory. You never know.
Or they might say with a straight face, I ain't even gonna lie, Chipotle.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna lie. I live in Dallas. I'm like the gas station. There's a gas station over here with the best tacos. Like, so
them gas station tacos.
Made this
Fuel
list,
City.
Yeah. Whoever made this list made it hard for the dudes out here still trying to be romantic. You still, I mean, so you done cut off all the places I eat. Like,
so let's go.
You know what? They didn't make it hard. They just made you wise now to know where if you go out with this girl, you know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah,
materialistic.
Let's go around. Let's go around the table and see and learn where we took our dates, for our wives for the first date when we was dating them. Griff, you want to go first?
Yeah, so I had a show in Louisville, Kentucky, and I flew in and I asked she was not even a girlfriend or nothing to me there, but I was like, hey, pick me up from the airport. She was like, I am not picking you from the airport. And I was like, I like her. And then I said, hey, come pick me up from the hotel. Then she was like, I am not coming to your hotel. I was like, I could be in love. And then I was staying in Louisville, but it's only across the bridge, like across a short 30-second bridge, you be in Indiana. So we went to the restaurant right at the bridge and had we had something that I didn't think she liked. They made cornbread and what is that jelly? Apple butter?
Probably, yeah.
So I had apple butter for the first time, and she was like, oh, I make this all the time. So I was trying to ask her right now, what was the physical name? I know I could get to it if I was in Louisville, but I don't know the name of it. But that was our very first. And we played Uno. We played Uno at the table on the first day.
I love it. Go ahead. We'll save you for last because I know you got to.
No. Let him go now. Go ahead, Super Dave. Where you took your wife on your first date? First.
Our first date was on Christmas Eve. And we went, not that many places you can go. I actually said, let's go look at some Christmas lights. What are y'all laughing at?
No, go ahead.
I picked her up. I had the Prince playing in the car. I was actually singing to her, singing Adore to her at that particular time. I mean, it's probably strange at the particular time to sing to her. That was the first date. And then we went out to see lights. We went to this place, this big church that had lights around it. And it was like, in Dallas at that time, it was like 25 degrees outside.
What church was it? Because I think I know which one you talk about.
Well, it was in Arlington. It was right off of 20. And
so for the people who don't know, Texas do Christmas probably that. I'm from Cali, but Texas probably do Christmas second to just New York.
Oh yeah,
as far as lights go.
They had the hayride and all that. So we actually parked, got out. Like I remember I told you, it's 25 degrees outside.
Right.
I was feeling warm because I was with her. First date. I spend no money
That's
right now.
That's the second time you said you felt warm. That's the first time you said you felt warm for. Every time we talk about Prince, he always warm for something.
I'm talking about a woman now.
No, but you was singing Adore, though. Don't try to take the Prince out of it.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't your wife that made you warm.
We got on the hayride. Nobody else was on the hayride with us because it was so cold outside. Everybody else was driving around, and she was close to me, which made it great because we had to kind of cuddle just to stay warm. And these people this lady had to be a black woman, rolled down her window and said, y'all know y'all cold. We just laughed at that because we really were. Left that spot, went to 7-Eleven, got her some hot cocoa.
Come on, gentlemen. Come on, gentlemen. I ain't mad at you. And guess what, Rock? I believe him because you cannot be that detailed in a lie.
No.
Or
you can be.
Or you can make it up as you go. And that's what it sounds like to me.
Then we went to 7-Eleven. Then we went to Legoland. It wasn't even no Legoland back then. Stop lying.
Where's my... I took that out on Christmas Eve. I got to lie to y'all.
He said, then we went to 7-Eleven and I bought her some cocoa.
And then right from 7-Eleven, this is my favorite part. We went to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Depot because I needed it. Yeah. How was yours? How was yours, homie?
Go ahead. You want to finish real fast, Dave? I don't want to,
And then I took her home like at 11:30, right before Christmas Day.
So your first date was 7-Eleven.
That's the first time I bought her something. Was 7-Eleven.
Did you hold on? Here, let's take part 2 to the question. Did you have sex on the first night?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. If that was the case, then
I said the same thing. When she told me she wasn't picking me up from the hotel or coming to my room, I was like, this could be the one, Jesus.
This is the one. That's what I said. He's the one.
What about you, Rock?
Man, so Crystal was sick and she was at work and I called her or I shot her a text message saying, hey, I'm gonna come take you. Let's go to lunch. And she was like, nah, I'm not feeling well. I don't want to get you sick. I've been under the weather, blah, blah, blah. I said, I'm not taking no for an answer. Let me come take you to lunch. So we went back and forth a little bit.
Okay, so with a little Super Dave spirit. I see you.
Yeah, man. But she liked that. And so I went and picked her up and she didn't have no makeup on. Her eyes was kind of drooping. You could tell she was really sick.
Sick.
I felt bad, but I didn't because this is our first date. I'm like, I'm not gonna miss that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So I took her to a seafood restaurant place. It wasn't like super fancy. It was just a little seafood place up the street from where she worked. And we had a nice seafood dish, had a great conversation. And then when she started eating she had some, I don't know if it was a fried fish or some kind of tilapia or something. She was eating, and then a chunk of fish was stuck in her teeth. And so we talking,
so funny,
but I see this meat sticking out of her teeth, whatever. She just talking like, I said, man, should I tell her about what's in her teeth, or should I I don't want to interrupt her conversation.
Just go like this. Just point at it.
She dies when she's talking.
Just keep talking, but right here.
I'm doing it, and she never caught on. And finally, I said, "Hey, you got someone in your teeth right there." Oh my God! Why did you tell me? I like what's there? Blah blah blah. And that was our first date. I mean, I took her back to work.
That's awesome.
And that's it. And we've been rolling ever since.
That's awesome. Did you have sex on the first date?
Right?
What's that?
Did you have some sick sex on your first date?
Second date.
I love. It was the meat in the teeth part, dog. That's what got you some, dog.
Yeah.
That's what got you some, dog. Straight up.
There it is. Yes. Y'all, we revealed it right there.
But the moral to the story, nobody spent a lot of money on that first date. Nobody. All three of us, nobody did.
And you don't make conditions. Well, I don't know where you're going to take me, but I'm not going here. Oh, I wasn't going to take you anywhere. We actually wasn't going to go nowhere. And guess what, new lady that I'm just learning today? I don't like people like that. Straight up, I'm not a fan of ungratefulness. My kids know.
Period. Let's get into the NFL, man, and see how we did last week on our picks and matchups this week. NFL, it is what it is. You want to start off with me and Dave's picks last week?
Yeah, I wasn't here, so I wasn't able to bet it all, but this probably was your worst week of the whole season, Rock, just looking at the wins. Titans versus the Steelers. Dave picked the Titans, and Rock, you also picked the Titans.
Yeah, we pretty much went 8-8. We ain't got to go game by game. We finished 8-8 this season.
Hold on, can I just say, after you lose to Detroit, you fired a head coach, you fired a general manager who hired the head coach, you fired an offensive coordinator, you bench horrible Jimmy Garoppolo, and then we win.
Yeah,
we went. The whole energy was different on the team. The whole, you know what it reminded me of? I actually happened to be in Atlanta in November of '98 when the head coach, I can't remember his name. What was the head coach? Dan Reeves had a heart attack. When he had a heart attack, Art Shell and them took over the team. They went 14-2. They never lost again, and then they lost in the Super Bowl. Why they lose in the Super Bowl? Because Dan Reeves decided to come back Super Bowl week after he hadn't been there for 15 weeks and tried to take over the team. So when I saw Antonio Pierce playing against his former team, mind you, is the team that drafted him, I was super duper happy. It was a good win. But we'll see if they can carry that on. We'll see if it was a fluke.
He texted me Sunday while the game was going on. And you could tell he's a Michigan and he's a Raider fan because they don't listen. I was trying to help him. I was trying to be constructive. That's all I was trying to do. I was, hey man, y'all playing the Giants. Take the win. It's the Giants.
Yeah,
that ain't what he said. Let me read what he said. Let me read what he said. He said, really? Man, y'all playing the little Giants. That's not impressive. So I just text him back, hella calm. You can't take my joy, Super Dave.
Yeah, dog. Hey, a win is a win, but it was the Giants, Griff. So
it was the Giants who last week, Rock, what did they do? What did I tell you? They had a -9 passing, a -9.
Tap the brakes on that one. But hey, you got to win, so we're happy for you, big brother.
He got his win. Be happy. That's probably the only win for the rest of the year. That's the only one y'all gonna see for the rest of the year.
So y'all both split. So neither one of y'all picked the Falcon. Let me tell you something. I watched that Falcon Viking game too.
I thought about you because of Josh.
Because of Josh Dobbs. I'm so happy for that young man.
He's a smart dude too, man.
He wasn't in the franchise for 48 hours. The boy that they brought in to play the backup got cuckoo for Cocoa Pops hurt. And they had to bring in Josh, and he won that game. He got a safety when he first came in, and he still won that game. I was super duper happy for that young man. He could be the face of the franchise in Minnesota for real.
I watched some of that game, and all I could think was he's playing street ball because he didn't know the plays. They were telling him plays inside his helmet.
But all them players get to have fun again. They like, he don't know where I'm running. I'm gonna just run towards him.
Hold on, he didn't know some of the players' names.
So he couldn't have. No. They was walking up to him going, and he was like writing it down in his mind. Yeah. Mike Johnson, 46, 71, Lee Campbell, 78. Like
I love it.
Yeah, I loved it too. I was happy for it.
No pressure, because if they would have lost. Yeah, he had no pressure because they would have lost. It's like, hey, I don't know the plays.
But let's
when he played street ball, that's exactly. He used his legs. Whenever Atlanta put pressure on him, he found himself running out of the pocket, running for 15, 20 yards, sometime a touchdown. I mean, it was incredible.
Both of y'all here, let's skip all the rigmarole. Both of y'all picked the Cowboys like they was going to do something. What was that about?
That was a good game. That was a good game.
It was a good game coming from you, Super Dave. What did you hate about your Dallas Cowboys in last Sunday's game?
What I've hated this every time I see them play a great team, which is they can't finish a team off.
They can't finish them, dog.
The Philadelphia Eagles gave them many
1,000 chances. That's what I said.
In the fourth quarter to finish them off, and the Cowboys said, "Oh no, we don't want it."
They're on the 10, 15 yard line with 27 seconds left.
And the play calling was horrible on that final drive.
You blame it on the one-eyed dude, though.
The time management was horrible. That
time management was awful.
The play that he threw it in the end zone. Well, it wasn't even in the end zone. He threw it to the tight end. The tight end needed to get in the end zone. He was right on the line. The ball was outside the line. It wasn't a touchdown. They freeze framed that. I didn't like the call, but when you go back and look at it, it was the right call. Cowboys deserve to lose that game. The only thing about this is it's a journey. You're going to learn from this. I hope they do. McCarthy has to learn from this.
But that's the team y'all got to beat, though, bottom line. I know y'all can split it, and I know y'all normally split it.
That's a hell of a game, but then he also missed some plays, too. He left some plays out in the football field. It was guys wide open he didn't throw to. He was locked in on one receiver, and that's his fault. You got to learn from this type of stuff. I mean, hell, they saw the Rangers win. The Rangers, look at the Rangers, what the Texas Rangers did this year. It's a journey. I'm not saying they're going to be out of this because of one game against Philadelphia.
No, I just wanted to know from you because I got my other Cowboy fans was trying to act like they ain't lose. I said, nah, I got to talk to Super Dave.
That's a long
chance to win that game.
That's a long journey, dog, because they ain't won the Super Bowl since '96.
Yeah, it's a long journey. But I'm saying this year, just a journey. I mean, it's been a long journey. But
hey, I can't talk. We ain't even won one yet, dog. We ain't
this year, you got to learn from your mistakes. You learn from the 49er game. You won't see them again unless you make the playoffs. But the Philadelphia, you'll see them in a few weeks.
Hey, the 49ers got that giant boy from Ohio State that went to Washington. Now, remember, he was hurt most of the time he was in Washington. That's a
Chase.
problem, dog.
Yeah,
and him
dog.
and Bosa play with each other at
Yeah,
Ohio State.
dog.
They about to have some old school fun, dog.
And that's what people get mad
move.
about with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. They didn't make any moves. And the Cowboys said they're happy where they are right now. I'm fine with where they are. But, I mean, you brought
Who's
in
the number 2 receiver?
To me, it's supposed to be Cooks.
Yeah, that's what I was trying.
But
who though? Because it really ain't a strong.
No, in Turpin, you can say Turpin could be number 2.
I think Turpin should be number 3.
The post. I thought Turpin was the post in my mind. That's why I was like, who is number 2?
No,
Turpin had a bad drop in that game. Gallup ain't
been the same, man.
Yeah,
I think they should give Turpin. I mean, they should give Turpin Gallup's reps, like for real.
But we always talk about Cowboys and with the with Dak, but also their defense. I wasn't impressed with the Cowboys' defense. Philadelphia scored on that first drive, opening drive,
walked them down the field. And then in the third quarter, when the Cowboys had the lead coming out the half, what did they do? They walked down the field and scored again. You watched the whole game?
Yeah.
Okay.
At some point, you gotta start making defensive stops. You want to be considered a great defense, you got to make stops. You can't let teams score like that.
I don't know about
what
y'all.
Happened? Go ahead, Rob.
Did y'all enjoy the Chiefs-Dolphins game?
That's what I was about. I was going to say that. And what happened to the Seahawks? Like Geno just laid an egg. Baltimore ain't looked that good all season.
Hey, man, Baltimore's Baltimore, though. But the Chiefs-Dolphins game, real quick, it looked like the Chiefs was going to run away with that bad boy. Then the Dolphins said, hold on.
It didn't.
Yeah, let's play a little defense, man.
Exactly.
That's a good matchup, man. If they played 10 times, Chiefs it'd probably be 6-4 Chiefs.
But then we have this same problem that the Cowboys have, that the Dolphins have right now. You can beat the bad teams, but you don't get credit until you start beating the great teams. And no matter how we look at Kansas City right now, Kansas City, as long as you got Patrick Mahomes, that's a great team. And they're losing those games. You got to find a way to win those games. And they found a way to lose it. You see the fumble at the end?
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah. I thought it was the Cowboys playing.
They'll be all right, though. They'll be all right.
Yeah.
Dolphins gonna rebound. They're gonna
because the Dolphins have to deal with the Bills. That's the Dolphins. The Bills is the Dolphins' problem, but the Bills is playing so mediocre that Miami gonna be in it for a long time until the end. And again, remember in the divisions, the top 2 normally go. Like so, yeah. I've always said, and it sucks that I gotta feel like this. We only gotta come in second in the division.
and let's not discount Cincinnati, who beat those Bills. The Bills, to me, the problem with the Bills is you ask too much from Josh Allen. I think he's an okay quarterback, but you got to get that.
I mean, okay is strong. But I know he will throw 5 interceptions in 2 games, though.
Before 2 years ago, we had him in the top 3. He's falling out the top 3.
Absolutely.
Top 3 anymore because the balance is run the damn ball.
Who's your top 3?
Top 3 teams?
Quarterbacks.
I'm going Patrick Mahomes still.
Yep.
Joe Burrow for
sure. A healthy
at 2?
Yeah. At 2. Maybe. Yeah, absolutely.
He may be 1 the way he's playing right now.
I mean, come on now.
Okay. Yeah, the way he's playing right now. You're right. Yeah. You're right.
And then 3.
Jalen Hurts over Dak and Lamar Jackson.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
I forgot about Lamar.
Absolutely.
You know what? Give me
Jalen over Lamar Jackson. Absolutely. I'll take them top 3.
Yeah,
I'm Patrick, Joe, and Jalen.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You talking about right now?
Right now,
just right now. Not.
I may go with Tua as number 3 because if I'm not mistaken,
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that, and probably statistically, he probably got more yards.
He's leading the NFL in yards.
But then how do we judge him? We judge about how they win too, and he can't win the big game. That's still a problem.
We going off quarterbacks. Period.
No, when we go through everything. It ain't when you look at quarterbacks. You look at Josh. When you look at Patrick Mahomes, you look at Joe Burrow. We're not just talking about their stats they put up. We're always talking about how they lead the team. There's a lead wins.
I'll take Dak.
Well, the top three statistically, Tua has 2,609 yards. Right behind him, Sam Howell with 24-71, and then Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Kirk Cousins like that.
You're gonna take Hal?
Not at all. That's what I'm saying. So we're not talking just statistics. We're talking about who you trust in the game right now. I don't trust Hal. I don't trust Hal, even though he number 2 passing. I mean, he ain't him.
You trust Dak right now?
I have Dak in my top 5. I'm not mad at Dak Prescott. I hope that Dak is just a product of his dumbass coach. That's what I hope. Because I like Dak, man. I like Dak Prescott as a man, off the field, on the field. I like.
You talking about as a quarterback, son?
No, but I'm just saying he's an all-around good dude. But we don't need you to be a good dude at quarterback. I need you to get me 311 a game.
Okay.
I need you to get me 279.
Best way to finish this whole argument right now. Final drive. You got a chance to win the football game. You need 7 points. Who you trusting? Final drive.
Out of who?
I can't put Dak in that. I can't put Dak in that.
Oh, I'm going with Joe. Joe and Patrick. But I got to pick one Patrick. Yeah. If any list that Patrick Mahomes is on, of course he's number 1.
But he's been playing. What's funny about Patrick Mahomes this year? He ain't the Patrick Mahomes this dude is so freaking young, man. I think he just turned 27 or something. Like, he ain't even touched the surface of how awesome he is, and he already been to 4 Super Bowls or something.
When his receivers started catching the damn ball, then his numbers will be even better than what we've seen now.
Yeah, he do. They
agree. They've been letting them down, and that's a first. That's a first. Like, like as a Raider fan, that's really weird for us to see the Chiefs dropping balls wide open. Like, that's like, ooh.
You gotta hold on. You always gotta hold on to your balls, man.
On that, man. Let's get going. That was a good one. Let's get going with this week's picks. Let's get
all right. Thursday night game. We're all gonna be watching this one. Thursday night, on Prime Video. The Panthers at the Bears.
Ooh, the battle of the sorries. Oh my goodness.
Where is it at?
In Chicago.
In Chicago.
Chicago. I got Chicago.
Give me the Bears, man. Give me the Bears.
Give me the Panthers.
Shout out to CJ Stroud, who showed up finally.
470 yards.
I like that young man.
No touchdowns, no turnovers, no interceptions.
Balled out. All right, let's go. We got Chicago.
Sunday, Colts. I got the Panthers in that one. The Colts at the Patriots. This is in Germany.
Oh, it's one of them. Yeah, one of them. People be playing different overseas.
8:30 a.m. Yes.
Oh, the Colts at the Patriots.
I'm gonna pick the Pats.
I just said I'm gonna pick the Patriots too. Yep.
Give me the Colts.
All right.
The Texans at the Bengals.
Bengals.
The Texans at the Bengals. Yeah, I got Cincy.
Give me Cincinnati. Chase may be out.
That's okay. He got way other people. He got a tight end. He got a running back out the flats. Yeah.
Packers at the Steelers.
Steelers.
Give me the Steelers too. Titans at the Buccaneers. Both 3 and 5.
That's a good one. That's my flip a coin game of the week.
That's my flip a coin too. Titans
I'm picking the Bucks.
That's my flip these.
Damn.
Yeah. Who you got, Griff?
I'm gonna go with the Titans.
Give me the Buccaneers.
All right.
The Browns at the Ravens. It's gonna be a dogfight.
It's gonna be a dogfight, but I got Baltimore.
I'm going with Baltimore.
Give me the Browns.
Why?
I like their defense.
I do too. You're right. Go ahead. Next game.
49ers at the Jags. 49ers need a win.
Man.
Number 1. And Jacksonville ain't sorry.
No.
Jacksonville ain't sorry. 49ers.
That's good. They're going to have to earn that one. I'm going with the 49ers as well.
Give me Jacksonville.
Oh, all right.
The Saints at the Vikings.
Ooh.
with the new boy against
Josh.
Derek Carr,
Yeah.
young Josh. Man, give me Minnesota, dog. Give me Minnesota, dog.
Give me Minnesota. That's a smart young man.
Because I've been riding with Minnesota most of the season, and Minnesota always finish strong.
They used to.
Give me the Saints. I'll take the Saints.
Mm.
Okay, battle of the sorries. Falcons at the Cardinals.
Wait a minute, who you got?
I got Vikings.
Is
Vikings. Okay.
Kyler back? Kyler still ain't back.
He should be back for this game this week.
Tell me the team.
Falcons at the Cardinals.
Oh no, that game that's a garbage.
Give me
game.
Atlanta. Give me Atlanta.
Yeah, I was
Give me
about
Atlanta.
to say,
Give me Atlanta.
give me ATL, dog.
Even if Kyler comes back, he's not going to be fully
No,
ready.
he ain't gonna be sweet, and they ain't even showed him in a practice on ESPN or nothing.
This is a good one. The Lions. Your Lions at the Chargers.
Oh, Lions. They what?
Huh.
Chargers ain't what we thought they were. Just admit it.
They're not,
Lions.
but that defense, they got a Bosa brother too, and they got Khalil. I got the Chargers.
I got the Chargers too. This one should be easy. The Giants at the Cowboys. This is where the Cowboys get back on track.
Cowboys are known for them doggone hiccup games, but I'll go with the Cowboys.
The Cowboys at where?
No, the Giants at the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, Cowboys.
Give me the Cowboys. The Commandos at the Seahawks.
Gino.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Who you got, Super
Look at
Dad?
his- Yeah, look at his face when he said,
I know
man.
he thinking hard.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
I mean, they lost to Baltimore last week, dog. You just think Washington gonna go down, go Pacific Northwest and put some
Give me
hands on the
Seahawks.
boy.
Give me Seahawks.
Right.
I'm gonna have to ride with the Seahawks. Yeah, that's a good point.
All right.
The Jets at the Raiders. Mm-hmm.
Jets. They ain't gonna be close. Jets. Well, you know what? It'll be close because Jets ain't got no offense. But Jets gonna win the game. Sorry, Griff.
Give me the Jets.
Wow.
Jets. Jets.
Jets.
First, you know what, you guys, that's fine. I'm not even gonna be
Jets
emotional, dog.
You
We're
gonna
gonna
pick the
go
Jets
through
too.
both these New York teams, dog. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What's the next game?
And then on Monday night, the Broncos at the Bills.
The Broncos,
Broncos
Denver.
that big
At the
win against
Bills?
Kansas
Oh
City.
no, I got Buffalo.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo, but the Broncos are starting to look pretty good, man.
They look like they got a rhythm. Not mad at that. Kane, Sierra husband and them is over there doing something. You right.
Give me Sierra's husband. And then-
Oh,
I ain't mad at you, sir, but I'm going with the Bills on this one.
yeah.
Well, we're going to find out what happened. Will the sports genius bounce back? Of course I will. I always do. Pippin! On that note, man, I hate the homies coming to a close. Thanks a lot for telling a friend to tell a friend. Make sure y'all subscribe, download, all that good stuff. Rock Teasy is who I be.
It's your boy Griff, man, and it feel good to be back in the third chair with the homies, and I hate the homies.
And this is your boy Super Dave. I don't know why these fools, baby, don't believe me on Christmas Eve. I took you out and all I bought you was some hot chocolate, and you still love me, and you still married me. But guess what, y'all?
We don't
care.
If the wife married a slushy. That's what she meant.
Deuces!
I hate the homies.